So I've been watching my YouTube feeds lately, and lately there have been a lot of announcements regarding new gaming PCs and whatnot. Of them, this one has to be my favorite. And keep in mind, I am not a PC gamer. Okay? That's actually the reason why this is my favorite, because this Alienware 13, aside from the sharp angles, looks like a very conventional, everyday 13-inch, get work done kind of notebook. And the heavy artillery, so to speak, is kept separate outside of the PC and in a dedicated box, which offhand I do not remember the name of. Again, I must stress that I am not a PC gamer, and that's actually why I'm making this video. I'm trying to understand the atmosphere of the PC gamer. Like I said before, this is the only one that to me makes any sense because it's perfectly portable. You could take it around. I don't necessarily know how well it would do at the office, but you could certainly take it to, like a coffee shop or to your friend's house and get some work done. What I'm saying is this definitely looks inconspicuous as far as gaming laptops go. Now, perhaps there's something more, more under the radar, but you get the idea. Basically, what I'm saying is this kind of system is one where you could take it out, do what you need to do, and then when you're ready to game, then the guts of the gaming side are in a separate module, which I think is just incredible because for those of you that want the performance, you can have it. Now, that actually leads me on to another point, though, that I don't understand the gaming audience so much. I'll give you an example right here. This is another Alienware. It's something called the Alienware 51. Just look at this thing. It looks like a honeycomb of a beehive. I've seen some pretty radical, quote-unquote, gaming PCs out there. This has got to be the most bizarre looking of them all. And liquid cooling? I don't understand that either. I mean, obviously you would need liquid cooling for the components. I get that. But what I'm saying is, why push it that high? Now, before you say, I don't like video games, I certainly do. But I'm more of a puzzle, casual, Tetris, Mario, Zelda kind of person. I'm not necessarily into, especially a lot of these first-person shooters that have come out lately. Here's another example of a piece of gaming hardware by Asus. This one, I'm not sure this is the exact model, but I did see an Asus that was classified as a quote-unquote gaming PC, and I tried lifting it up. It felt like it was just, obviously this is 17-inch being a desktop replacement, but I personally feel if you want a desktop, get a desktop. The 17-inchers, are not the best for mobility. But the other thing is, for those of you who are new subscribers, I've been talking in previous videos about desktops and big screens and whatnot. In the laptop space, I've noticed that most of the 17-inchers are gaming PCs, and I guess I don't fully understand the need for all of this high-end hardware to spend thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars. Now, yes, I understand, hobby, perfectly get into it kind of thing. But to need all that hardware to drive something like this. This is, I believe, something called Far Cry 3. I could be wrong. I don't keep up with these kinds of games. But the advertisement that I saw for this one, and I only saw it like an hour or two ago, there wasn't a single piece of gameplay footage. All it was cinematics from within the game. And I'll tell you something. A lot of the latest PC games that have gotten released have cinematics in the way of, I kid you not, I thought that I was honestly watching a movie. Some of these games have become so realistic that, unless they show you gameplay footage or at least tell you, which obviously they have to. But what I'm saying is, take out the Far Cry 3 logo, take out the system that it's on PC, Xbox, or whatever. Just leave the cinematics. I swear, you would think that it was a movie. I guess I don't understand the need for the hardware to drive all this detail. Here's another example, Halo 4. Now, the other problem that I have with these PC games, and this is a personal, I must stress, this is personal because of my vision loss, but let me just show you something here. These controls, these indicators up here, I can't see those. I can't see those without having to zoom in, and a lot of these high-end PC games, basically what I'm saying is, one of the reasons I don't understand is it seems to me to be blurring the lines of reality and fiction. And I know that there are other PC games than first-person shooters. I completely understand that. But if you think about it, a lot of this hardware that's out, especially the really big, bulky stuff that weighs about as much as an elephant, excuse me, a lot of people are asking, what's the graphics on this? What's the horsepower on this? And what games do they use typically, and I stress the typically, to test the hardware with? Is these Far Cry first-person shooter types. And like I said before, I don't get it. I honestly do not get it. A lot of people stress with the games like this, frames per second. Whatever happened to actual gameplay? Whatever happened to the value of the actual gameplay? Because I guess, to me, a lot of the first-person shooters that are popular, I don't know, it just seems to me like they're all the same. And to need the hardware to drive this kind of stuff, I honestly do not understand. And the other problem that I have, going out of the first-person shooters for a moment, the other problem that I have with these PC games pushing the graphics to the point where you can't tell the difference between reality and fiction is, I was playing last year. I was on vacation and I went into a local GameStop where I was, and they had, what was it, Gran Turismo or something similar. Part of the problem that I had was I had to slow down on the track, and it's a good thing I was in time trial because otherwise I would have lost. I had to slow down on the track because of the sun. Not the outside sun, but the sun in the video game. The track must have been set to a time period right around dusk or dawn because there was a major glare from the in-game sun, but it looked so real that I honestly wish, and I kid you not, I honestly wish that I had sunglasses. I guess I don't understand why people like to push the hardware for that kind of detail. In my opinion, it's really not necessary. Especially, the other thing that's not necessary, designs like this. I understand you want to try to differentiate, to get out there, but wow. I just don't get it. I honestly am scratching my head. I don't get it. The other reason that the last reason that I'll leave you with is a lot of these gaming PCs cost $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 if you don't want to build one yourself. Now there's an even smaller niche. There's the gaming PCs are a bit of a niche. There's an even smaller niche that likes to build their own PCs, which I don't mind. In fact, from time to time, I've toyed with the thought of maybe building a PC myself, except the one that I would build would be nowhere near a gaming rig. It'd just be an everyday, get stuff done, go online and chat with friends kind of PC that ran Linux. I never really got around to actually doing that. But no, the point is I would never honestly build a quote-unquote gaming rig. And some of these designs are just crazy. And I think that if you get up into that $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 mark, I guess I just don't understand. In my mind, if you're going to spend that kind of money, you may as well get a Mac. But you have to understand that I've been a Mac user for over 10 years. Never really used Windows unless I had to. But I guess the point I'm trying to get across here is why? I mean, you've got all these crazy designs worth several $1,000s, or these big bulky gaming computers that are not portable at all. Like I said, the only exception that I'll grant in this case is the Alienware 13 because of the way it's designed with this box that has the gaming hardware inside, and you can take the Alienware around, do what you need to do on a daily basis, but then when it comes time to relax and game, then you've got the separate gaming hardware inside, you know, a different enclosure, which if you ask me, you know, that would give you better battery life, better, you know, lighter weight. It would be a wonderful all-in-one kind of system. That's the only exception. Everything else here, and I must stress again, this is from a non-gamer perspective. The only PC game that I honestly want to try and dabble in is World of Warcraft and possibly Minecraft, because during my graduate work, there have been discussions about Minecraft being used in the classroom. That intrigues me. But stuff like these first-person shooters that everybody uses as benchmarks, I find very confusing. It seems to me like they're pushing cinematics over gameplay, frames per second over gameplay. Help me to understand. Thank you for watching. Comments are welcome, and have a nice day.